Hello everyone, it's Lisa from Arcane and Stellar, and I'm here with another pick a card reading. So this reading is going to be, what secret are they hiding from you? That's what we're going to find out. Ooh! So we've got 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you can find your timestamps down below. I do want to say a big thank you to those of you that have messaged me, that have, left comments on my community post about my grandfather. I really appreciate all the positivity you've been sending my way and towards him. I really am hoping he pulls through. If you didn't see my community post, my grandfather he does have coronavirus, so the results came back yesterday. It was actually after I posted that community post, they did come back positive. So he's been unconscious for about 5 days now, and he's on a ventilator, and I don't know. The nurse did say that she honestly isn't positive he'll make it. She's leaning more towards he won't. So I don't know what to think. I'm really trying to be positive with the one good thing about being an Aries is that, we tend to look on the bright side of things, or at least I always have. And I'm trying to be optimistic about it. So I only just cried a little bit, and then I was like, okay, I'm not going to cry about this. I'm going to be okay and hope for the best. So that's what I'm trying to do. Anyways, yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with me. And if you're waiting for your reading, no, nobody's technically late or anything like that exactly, but I've been just trying to catch up on everything. So tomorrow, if you are watching this and you're waiting for your reading, I will be getting a lot done tomorrow, hopefully more towards the evening and afternoon, evening, because I'm going to be going to my uncle's house who passed away, and we're going to be moving all the final things out of his house. So that's going to be something I'll have to do tomorrow morning, so that's going to kind of delay me a little bit, but hopefully I'll come home not feeling too drained. I'm hoping, because the last time I went over there, I wasn't feeling so great when I came back, but the energy was much lighter there. So anyways, I'm going to stop rambling now. I just wanted to give you a heads up if you were waiting for a reading and stuff, but yeah, so we have 4 piles, as I think I already mentioned, and I will go ahead and see you in your timestamp, okay? So take care. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 1 with the Celestite, this is your reading. So let's see, what secret is your person hiding? Okay, let's see. So we have 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords. Okay, 2 8s, that's interesting. And the 10 of Wands. I didn't notice that actually when I was shuffling, but there are 2 8s. We have Adventure. I haven't used this in forever. It kind of got stuck back in I've got quite a few decks now, and it got stuck back, and I was like, man, I need to use that. We have Round and Round, the Butterfly, Disruption, Vulture Spirit, and the North Node. So, your person... Sorry, I have a little bit of a cough. Nothing bad, though. Okay, so your person is honestly held back by so many fears in their life, and I feel like they don't open up about how many fears that they actually have. That I feel like with this round and round circulate around their head. It's like the same thought patterns that they get stuck into, and I feel like it really weighs them down. So they don't open up. This person could seem like they're really happy-go-lucky, but even if you know some of their problems, it feels like you don't even know half of what they're going through. They really keep so much to themselves. And there's this like energy here with the 8 of Cups of walking away, of turning their back. So for some of you, if this person's distant at times or withdraws or seems to, like, they don't message back, or they just kind of disappear off the face of the earth, this is the energy of somebody who's doing it because maybe they're in a state of anxiety or of depression of some kind. There are some people that are like that. I've had a few friends like that. It's like whenever they're quiet, they go quiet, that's when I know that there's something going on with them. We have disruption too. So it's like, I feel like, first of all, these fears disrupt their life in a lot of ways. They may disrupt your relationship with them. It may disrupt you know, depending, this is a general type of reading, so it's going to be, you know, for romantic relationships, crushes, you know, different types, friendships, any kind of relationship, family. So it's like I feel like they just withdraw emotionally when they get in these moods. And another thing we have is a vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. For some of you, where you are in a relationship with this person, like, or you want to be in a romantic relationship with this person, I almost feel like sometimes this person is afraid of commitment. For some of you, if this resonates, they might be afraid of settling down, because with this nothing is wasted, it's almost like they don't want to waste any opportunities in life. And it's like I feel as if that's actually weighs down on them. Like their behavior weighs down on them. And they understand that it's no good, right? Oh, that song just came to my head. Amy Winehouse. You know I'm no good. I'm no good. Is that the name of it? Yeah, that's what came to my head. Again, with the butterfly, we have relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. I feel like either way, no matter what, it could be affecting your relationship from evolving. It could also just be affecting this person from evolving in their own life. They might be held back from achieving their dreams, or from achieving things that they want. With the adventure card, it says dare to do things differently, manifest your travel dreams, move to a new location. It could be that they are hesitating on doing some of these things, living some kind of a new adventure, whether it's moving or traveling, or you know, doing things differently. It could even be just starting a relationship or committing, or, you know what I mean, whatever, numerous things. There are just a lot of fears this person has that keeps them from really living their dreams. And perhaps even sometimes their normal life that they would want to live. And then we also have the North Node with destiny, right? The North Node talk about where we're meant to go in life, whereas the South Node talks about where we've already been, or energy that's already familiar to us. And we're supposed to go in the direction of our North Node. And I feel like this person is, their fears are holding them back from going in the direction they're meant to go into. So for instance, let's look at the keywords here. Some of these keywords on these cards are kind of, but soul school, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, maturing, experience, fruition, North Star, process, development, practice, path, beacon, blossoming, becoming, integrity, and journey. So yeah, there's some kind of journey, whether it's with you or with, you know, in general in life. This person is held back greatly by their lack of being able to emotionally commit, their ability, you know, to get past any fears that just sort of trap them. And by, you know, which I feel like with that Ten of Wands, like I said, it really weighs heavily on this person in terms of their growth, and perhaps the growth between the two of you, depending on what kind of relationship it is. Again, too, with the disruption card, it could be that they're very afraid of any disruption to their norm as well. Let me see. Yeah, that's honestly a simple reading, but I feel like that's exactly what we're, you know, being told here. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. So it does seem like, again, you know, circular type of fears. It's just like with that round and round, it's like it just goes around and around in their head, and then they end up stalling themselves from fully blooming in their life or in their relationships. And it could extend to all kinds of parts of their lives. Like maybe they don't go after their dreams, like the job that they want, or, you know, where they want to go in life. It's like there's just a lot of stalling. And I don't feel like this person, it's their secret, because maybe they don't want to seem like that. They want to seem like, you know, they've got it all together, but there's something that really holds them back emotionally. And that's, I guess, their fears. So that's what I've got for you, pile number one. That's an interesting reading. I know it's kind of a bit short, but, you know, the message was really clear here, actually. Surprisingly very clear and not complicated at all, really. I do hope that all of you are doing very well, that you're healthy, that your loved ones are safe and healthy. And again, thank you all for your, you know, thoughts and prayers for my grandfather right now. And I'm hoping he makes it. So if you'd like a personal reading with me, you can do that, you know, through Etsy. the wish list thing I talked about in the beginning, I would, you know, if you do want to get something off my wish list, check the date. You know, if it seems like it's going to come soon, that's fine. But a lot of things are being delayed right now. Not everything, but some things. And if you do want to get something off my wish list, just be sure to like email me or Insta and tell me, hey, I got you this or something. I got you something off the wish list. And then I can just put your name down and start. You know what I mean? I'm getting you on the list so that you don't have to wait the full amount of time for the thing that, you know, for whatever you want to get me to come and blah, 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 blah. Okay? Also, I did add a donation button. If you want to ever donate. I just put it down there because someone had suggested that before to me, and then someone else had said that too. If you want to get something off my wish list, or you want me to get something particularly off my wish list, you could always just send me that on through the donation thing and say, hey, I want you to use this for that, and then I could, you know, that could also be another way that you could get a reading faster. But just emailing me is fine if you want to do it that way. So I'm just throwing that out there to give everyone an update because we have all these current situations going on. I really do hope that, you know, again, that you all are doing well. Wishing you the very best, and I hope to see you all in the next reading, okay? Take care. Hi guys, so if you chose pile number 2 with this apatite stone, this is your reading. So, let's see, what secret is your person hiding? Let's see, where are my tarot cards? So we got the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Coins. Oh, I remember this one when I was shuffling. The Wombat Spirit, be at home. The Deer Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Polarity, all that glitters. Talking, and a Stag. Okay. Man, I don't know if people are going to like this one. I'm going to be honest here. One of the first things that came to my mind, and this is before I even started shuffling out the oracle cards, and so I do feel like this could be the case for many of you. This person might be hiding how well off they are. They could be hiding some things about themselves. We have talking, right? It says interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email. And hoovering? What in the hell is hoovering? Does anyone know what that means? I thought that means vacuuming. But is there another slang term that I'm not aware of? Please tell me. Because I always mean to, when I get this card, I always mean to Google it. And then I always forget by the time, you know, the readings are over. So if you know what that means, tell me. Other than, you know, vacuuming. Or, you know, getting dirt off your floor. So I feel like for some of you, and take this as if it resonates. Of course, you'll know that the case, if this is true or not. And then I'm going to talk about some of the other instances, because I think this is a pile that a few people might choose. So there might be, like the last one was very cut and clear. This one's a little bit more mixy. Mixy. Okay. So, okay, what I'm feeling here is that this person could be talking themselves up in some way. They may not exactly have exactly what they kind of portray. I feel like they have a lot of pride, so they try to show off in some way. Maybe they're not quite as maybe it's well off, or in some way as great as they say. But that may not matter to you, right? Okay, because sometimes people make up, you know, they exaggerate a little bit. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a horrible thing, like, oh my god, they're like totally different than you imagine or whatever. So also for some of you, the secret is, one of the secrets that could possibly be here, and take this as it resonates, is that they may be receiving help from a female. And this could be like a mother, or a grandmother, or you know, like a female relative, or they might be telling you that they're either helping somebody like that, or that they're receiving something from a woman in their life, whether it's, do you know what I mean? There could be some secrets in regards to that. And that was just the first two like intuitive things I got when I was shuffling. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some other stuff. For some of you, this person is actually secretly wanting to marry you. Okay, that's actually one of the things as well is I picked up. So kind of take that. It was secretly wanting to marry you. If you're in high school, okay, maybe not. They might be wanting to invite you though somewhere like to prom or something like that, or to some kind of dance or out on a date. Take it like as it resonates for your situation. Okay, so like, but for some of you, they may really be thinking about settling down with you, and or taking you to a party or something, or a celebration of some kind. They want to make something more stable. I do feel like for many of you. So that was kind of a lot of messages within one pile. I feel bad. People are probably not going to like this one. But yeah, I just feel like it's one of those piles that many people might pick or something like that. So it's like a lot of different messages. With polarity, we have integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. Polarity. Sounds like a weird word. Maybe they don't want, for some of you, they don't want to see them as weak with the stag. And that it's like they don't want you to see their shadowy side. So it's like maybe they kind of talk themselves up a little bit. They might make themselves, like I don't necessarily feel like it's a negative energy. Like they're purposely trying to like screw you over. Do you know what I mean? It's like bragging perhaps, or trying to seem a little bit better. Because some of you might be in that talking stage where you're still getting to know each other, and it's like they want to seem cool. They want you to look up to them in some way. They want to seem like they've got it going for themselves. And I feel like for many of you that's going to be the case, that there's just some, maybe their finances aren't quite where they say it is, or maybe they are receiving help from somebody else and they're not telling you because they might think you will think it's uncool. Like maybe they live with their parents or something like that still, or something like along those lines. Also, by the way, with the Four of Wands, they could be acting as if they go out a lot more than they do, because we have the wombat spirit, be at home. So for some of you, I almost feel like this person could be more of a homebody, and maybe they don't have quite the social life that they portray. Like, they try to, like, my sister-in-law taught me this, and I never even thought about it, but she does. I hope she's not watching this. Well, if she is, it's okay. She won't be mad at me. I don't think she cares about my channel, so. She taught me something a while back. I went to go visit, and she's like, oh, I just change my outfit when I'm on vacation or when I go out, and I just take different pictures, and then I just save them and post them later for her Instagram. And I was like, isn't that kind of fake? And she was like, no. You know what I mean? So there might be some of that energy there where it's like, which I don't judge people who do that. It didn't occur to me to do such a thing. So she kind of opened my eyes to that option, you know? But like, we always think when we look at social media, oh, this is so like, you know, it's what they're doing right now. But a lot of times what we're seeing, I learned from that moment, I'm so naive sometimes. I'm so much Aries in me. I think Aries can be some of the most naive people. Just saying. But, you know, it was just like my eyes opened. I was like, oh, people can do that. So what they're doing on there isn't always what's actually happening, right? Okay, I probably sound dumb, but you know what I mean? It's that type of thing. There's something like that. They may just be trying to appear like, you know, they're the life of the party, and there might not actually be. But with that dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. I don't feel like this person means it in a bad way. I don't think that they are purposely trying to, like, you know, put the wool over your eyes and like capture you and stuff, and cheat you and all this stuff. I don't feel like it is. I think that they just want to be admired, and they don't want to show any of their bad side. They want to show you their cool side because they want you to like them. And so that's honestly what I'm seeing. So genuinely, and you know, I'm a very honest person when it comes to my readings. Usually I don't like to sugarcoat things, but really I don't see like negative energy with this. It's just more of they want you to think that they're cool, and they want you to admire them. They want you to like them, and they want to come across in a nice way. And so I feel like that's, you know, for many of you, that's going to be the main point as to what's going on in terms of what they're keeping secret. For some of you, like I said, very few of you, maybe they're thinking about how they could ask you to make it more stable, to bring more commitment. Some of you might want you to be their like wife if you're a female, or make you like a spouse or something like that, have a family with you. But that's only, take that as it resonates, because I know I'll get some 15-year-old like, I'm 15, what are you talking about? Then they might just want to go out and have a good time with you, and they probably are showing off for you a little bit. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2, those of you that chose this pile. I do hope it resonates. If it doesn't, that's fine. If you would like a personal reading, that can be all done through the description box. There's my Etsy, so you can purchase a reading through there. I did make an announcement, but I'm sure many of you skipped it in the beginning, about my wish list. If you do want to really get me something on my wish list, you can do that. Just be sure to check the delivery dates, because some of the items are being pushed back until like after my birthday even. I'm like, what? I'm not even gonna be able to order anything for my birthday. Like a lot of the things I want, because my birthday's on the 18th of April. And it's like the 23rd was the last date I was seeing for some of the things. Not everything, but if you do want to order me something off of there, just email me or Instagram me and let me know that you did, like what to expect and when to expect it and stuff like that, and then I can just put you on the list and get your reading done before it even comes, because I have done that in the past. Some people do message me and say, hey, I got you like so and so thing off the wish list, and then I'm like, oh, okay, and then I do their reading. So in general, like even without all of this chaos that's kind of going on in the world, that has been something people have done before. So, and I'm comfortable with doing that, So if you're comfortable, I'm just throwing that out there because I know some people asked me, and someone had mentioned it before, about the wish list in a previous video, and all of the stuff going on with Amazon. But anyways, I really wish all of you the very best right now. I'm hoping that you and your loved ones are safe and healthy, and take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next reading, okay? Take care. Hello everyone that chose pile number 3 with the green calcite. Let's see your stone up close. Beautiful. Okay guys, so let's see, what secret is your person hiding? Let's find out. Oh, okay. 8 of Wands. I remember shuffling this out. Okay, 4 of Wands and Knight of Pentacles. This person, for many of you, really wants to ask you out. We have Come to the Edge, Palm Tree, Friendship, Prosperity. There we go. The Butterfly. And the Otter Spirit. You are never alone. Oh, that's a pretty card. I love otters. Otters are actually my favorite animal. Yeah, otters, and I love beavers, and I love red pandas. Red pandas are second. Otters are first, then red pandas, and then lemurs, and then beavers. Yeah, those are my top 4 animals. I love otter spirits, so I'm so excited. Otters are adorable. Okay, so 8 of Wands, 4 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, first of all, this person could be hiding their attraction to you. I do feel the 8 of Wands often does talk about passion. It talks about wanting to like rush forward with something. It could be like even wanting to communicate for some of you. If you're out of contact with this person that you've asked about, it's like they actually want to like probably like message the heck out of you. They want to talk to you. So that could be one of the secrets that they're hiding. 4 of Wands. This actually shows like a romantic moment where, the knight is, hitting on the girl on the horse. So for many of you, this could be them wanting to, profess some kind of feelings or profess some kind of love for you. Again, that's a possibility. Again, too, with the 4 of Wands, it can be about having stability, more stability. It can be about, having a home. It could be about having, also a similar energy as another pile is like maybe asking you out to, on a date or to like some kind of event. Hold on. I'm sorry. Man, I got a little bit of a cough. Okay, sorry. With the palm tree, we have stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. They want to grow something with you, especially with that Knight of Pentacles. Like, there's some dedication here. Like, if they act kind of like, what do they call him, an F-boy or something like that, I feel like this person actually does deep down, like, wish to kind of commit with you. If they act kind of like a player or something like that, it's like they want to have some more stability with you. And again, too, here we have beauty, the butterfly. I think they maybe haven't told you how beautiful they find you, whether it's inside or out, or even both. You know, there's a beauty to you that they really appreciate, and maybe they don't speak up too much because they're a bit shy with the Knight of Pentacles there. They might be a bit reserved about sharing some of their passions that they want, because they might think, oh, I'll sound stupid, or maybe it'll come out wrong. There might be some just like self-doubt a little bit, or reservations in terms of speaking up their feelings. Again, I feel like for some of you, and this is like a very specific message, I guess, for many of you, if this is like a friendship, I do feel like that they would tell you that they really value your friendship, and that they'll always be there for you, with You're Never Alone in the Otter Spirit. They might want to spend more time with you too. It says spend more time socializing. It's like they want to spend more time with you. I feel like this person would like to be around you more. With that come to the edge, though, I feel like for many of you, this person really, their secret is that they really want to take a risk with you. They want to take a chance, and they want to go against maybe their better judgment and jump into something. Because like with what I mean by better judgment is like the Knight of Pentacles can be a bit careful, a bit slow moving, but it's like there's this like passion over here in the Wands. It's like this energetic type of energy that really wants to make something happen, to speak from their heart, to speak from their feelings, to speak from, you know, because that's what fire signs do. We're pretty, like, I'm very fiery, so, you know, we tend to just say what we want, you know, we go after what we want, and it's like I feel like they want that energy. They want to be able to do that. In their imagination, it's like that's what they have, but maybe in real life they have a harder time opening up like that. Yeah, and then we have prosperity as well here. So it says, a gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. Some people, some of you, your person may want to actually take you out and do something, or give you some really nice gift. For some of you, that could be the case too. If it resonates and you are in that type of relationship, this person actually, their secret is that they want to propose to you. Okay, that's like literally what it could be as well. They want to like get married. They want to make a proposal, and they might have been working on that type of thing for a while. Like, you know, maybe trying to pick out a ring or something, or like trying to like think about how to do it. But just take that if it resonates, of course, if that's, you know, applies to your situation. Like I said in the I think previous pile, or one of the other piles, yeah, it was a previous pile. I was like, you know, if you're 15, yeah, probably not. But, you know, or if you've just known them for like a month or something. Well, maybe if you've known them for a month, yeah, some people actually do get married that fast. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. My husband and I, well, you know, my husband and I moved in together right away, pretty much. Basically what happened is that we were speaking online for like a few months, and then it was like, we met in February. I met him up in real life in August, and we've lived together ever since then for like 17 years now. So, you know, that can happen. That's my fiery energy. Jump into something. But, yeah, so I do feel like, yeah, this person maybe hasn't opened up about how special you are to them, how much they value you, and how much they actually care about you. And that maybe they don't always talk about how dedicated they are to you as well. Maybe you wouldn't even know it, because perhaps they, you know, don't always speak up what's on their mind, you know. Because, like I said, earth signs, like an earth energy here, can be kind of reserved at times in what they say. But yeah, for like, okay, say if this was like a non-romantic relationship, I feel like for a lot of you picking this pile, it is romantic type of situations, or crush situations. But for some of you, it could just be friendship. And again, they value you. They do. If they don't compliment you enough, and you think that they maybe don't even like you that much, or you're so important to this person, is what I'm seeing. And they don't exactly tell you it, because maybe it feels a little bit edgy for them to do it, like a little bit scary to open up like that. But in their heart, you are there, and they really do value the friendship. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys that chose pile number 3. I do hope that that gives you some insight into what your person's hiding, like maybe any secrets that they're keeping. And if you would, like to have a personal reading with me, you can do that down in the description box below. And, you can do that down in the description box below by either, purchasing a reading off of my Etsy store. But as well, with the wish list thing, I did an announcement in the beginning that I'm sure many people skipped, but Amazon shipping is taking quite a while right now. So if you do wish to get me something off Amazon, just please message me on Instagram or email me and let me know. Because then I could at least get your reading done faster if it's going to take forever for it to ship. And I've done that in the past, even before all of this stuff went down. There have been people that would message me on Insta and say, hey, I got you so-and-so deck and stuff, and it's on its way, and it should be there on so-and-so day and stuff. And I always, just write their name down and say, okay, and you know what I mean? So it does seem like things are taking a long time, though. I know a few people, like one person, for instance, he got me something off the wish list, and it still hasn't come yet. I've already done his reading by now. And it's just taking a while because of all of the drama and stuff. And, people are going through a lot right now. So I do wish all of you and your loved ones are very safe and healthy right now. And take care of yourselves. And I will see you all in the next reading. Take care. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 4, this is your reading, and you've got the Bornite, or Peacock's Oar. So let's see, guys, what secret is your person hiding? So with the tarot, we've got the 8 of Pentacles, we've got the 6 of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. We've also got Lizard Spirit, Self-Indulgence, Change in the Wind, the Lady of the Lake, Chiron, and the Miracles. I forgot actually to take astrology cards for pile 2 and 4. Oops. Okay. I feel like for some of you, this could actually be that whoever you're asking about is actually hiding the fact that they want to, perhaps leave their current place of work or quit what they're doing right now and move on to something more fulfilling. That could very well be the secret that they're keeping. Perhaps as well, there might be some projects that they're working on secretly that they haven't really mentioned to you, that they've put a lot of efforts into, and they're trying to get into a better place in their life. I do feel a lot of self-work here, like a lot of there's some kind of changes going on, because we have a change in the wind. And so I feel like they might be shifting their direction in some way, or there's some kind of change in the wind in their life, where they're becoming somebody who's much more self-focused. So it says focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. I feel like that could apply, like a lot of these could apply. With this deck, I don't always feel like each keyword applies, but I think all of these could probably apply to the person you're asking about. That did not come out right. We have Lizard Spirit, so dream the world into being, and then Miracles. It says, have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayer has been answered. Surrender the how. So your person's manifesting something, and I don't even feel like it's manifesting. They've been working their ass off, I feel like, on something. For many of you, this person's working on it. But again, too, it could be for some of you that they want to leave this, what they've been working on, and move on to something different that's more fulfilling. Maybe they're afraid to tell you, because they might be afraid that, what they wish for, you wouldn't wish for. Or maybe they're just not ready to open up about it. Let's see, with Chiron and healing, it does seem like they're focused on growth, is what I feel like, because I see the different keywords, which are interesting. There could be some, again, Chiron can talk about places where we do doubt ourselves, where we do need healing, where we have trauma or shame. For instance, it mentions here, it's kind of where we need some kind of, like it says, cleansing. So there's something here that they are trying to heal within themselves, that they're trying to move past to get to a more brighter and happier place where they feel like their wishes are coming true. So whatever they've kind of already been enmeshed in for a while with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like whether it's a relationship or a, you know, something like maybe a job that they want to leave or something that they've been doing. It's like they want to move on to something better. I don't necessarily feel like it's you. That, like, if you were like in a relationship with this person, I don't feel like it would be that they want to move on from. It's just that they... it's more like moving into a better place. With the Lady of the Lake, it says absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. With the responsibility, it's almost like, I wonder for some of you is that they don't want to open up to you about this because they're afraid that you'll find them to be irresponsible. They might be worried of your judgment in regards to their dreams or what they want to do with their life, or what the direction that they want to move in. For some of you, that could be something that they are concerned about, that maybe the changes won't be something that you'd approve of. They also could be lacking the courage a bit too to share their absolute truth with you right now. Yeah. But I definitely feel like this person's trying to, you know, the focus right now in the middle here is the Six of Swords, and it is, you know, trying to get to a better place, letting old things, you know, fade away. We have the you know, like the autumn leaves falling, so it does remind me of, you know, the leaves are, you know, letting things pass and die to be reborn in a way, you know, or to move on in some way to something different. That symbolism is there, so... And what they're, you know, trying to go for and go towards is wish fulfillment. It's like they're trying to get their dreams to come true. They want to be in a happier place. So if they haven't been in a happy place lately because maybe they've been focused on something too hard, or they've just been too busy, or anything like that, it's like they want to get out of that energy. They want to change things up. They want to, you know... I really feel like for many of you, it's like that they're just hiding something that they really want to happen. You know, like they have a lot of dreams that they could be hiding, that they, you know, things that they'd like to happen in their life. And I really do feel like essentially the reason why, though, is because they have maybe a fear of judgment. Yeah, like self-doubt and stuff like that can come from the Chiron. Yeah, wherever Chiron is, we tend to have, you know, some issues. I have it in the 10th house, so I have a lot of issues with, like, I always felt like, you know, my public persona and stuff like that. Like, I always was, you know, I got a lot, I think, like, during my childhood, I would get, you know, maybe picked on or something like that, or I felt like that. And so, you know, it was hard for me to come out in public, for instance, and be in the public eye. And, you know what I mean? It's wherever their Chiron is. Maybe there's some healing that needs to be done, and that might be reflecting this situation. If you know their astrology chart, it might be something to look into to see where their Chiron is and what in particular needs healing within them. But, yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. That's kind of an interesting reading. It kind of reminds me of the pile number 1 a little bit. So, a little bit. I feel like it's a bit different, though. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. I feel like they want to be a little bit more self-indulgent. Like, or just, it's not even self-indulgence. I feel like it's like more about focusing on themselves and healing themselves. Yeah, for some of you, though, if it is like you've had some problems with this person, again, they might want to be healing themselves, healing this connection, perhaps, and maybe they still have faith that it will all work out, as long as they do their part to heal themselves as well. So that's what I've got for you guys that chose pile number 4. I know it's a bit short, but I feel like it's pretty concise. I feel like the energy wasn't too spread out. It does feel like there's a cohesive story here or like an idea of how this person is, you know, what they're going through. So I do hope that, you know, you find some kind of guidance in this, or insight into your person that you're asking about. And if you like the reading, you know, let me know. You know, if you picked pile number 4, you can comment below. So I can give your comment a heart. I forgot to tell it to the other piles. I'm like brain dead today or something. But yeah, guys, I do hope all of you are doing very well and safe, that your loved ones are well and safe, that you guys are all healthy and happy and doing good. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, that's all down in the description box. There is Etsy, so I have multiple different readings on my Etsy store. And then as well, I also have my wish list. Guys, with the wish list, I'm going to announce this. Shipping times are insane on a lot of items right now. It's like a month away for some items. Not all items. It all depends on what you add to your cart. Because like I added one deck earlier. I bought a deck earlier and it's like, oh, it's coming on next week. But like a lot of other decks, it's not until like the 23rd of April. So if you do wish to get me something off the wish list, just be sure, especially if it looks like it's going to take a long time to get to me, just email me and let me know what you got me or something like that, or message me on Instagram, and then I can just I can put you on the list before it comes, because I've done that before. Even without all this stuff going on, there have been people in the past who emailed me to let me know. They're like, hey, I got you the so-and-so deck off the wish list, and like, I can't wait for you to get it, you know, and then I have a heads up for it. And I don't mind, like, you know, then I can just write your name down if that's something you want to do. If not, that's fine too. It's just I'm just throwing that out there for people that do like to get something off the wish list, because some people prefer that rather than just going to Etsy. So if it's not for you, you know, you don't have to listen to this part. Anyways, so take care of yourselves, guys. Again, like I said, I really am wishing you lots of good health for you and your loved ones, and I will see you all in the next reading. Take care.